Not. So Patrick, do we describe this for everybody, Rob?
What?
You describe it. You describe it.
What?
I do enough talking.
I think any car's dead in iRacing. I think it's gone.
Oh, it's definitely. I agree. It's not going to survive much, but I still think we'll find opportunities to race it, just not as fruitful as before. Some of them just want to like make. What's the thing? Like that guy wanted to make like dolls out of Tyler's hair, but then there's just other guys who are just like. He did. He would say weird things to Tyler, man. Like he was a strange guy. And then like other guys would just show up and he's like, "Oh, we never met you? Sure, come race this 24 with us." And then you just jump in the car and wreck us out in a lap and be like, "Okay, never see you again."
Yeah, that was
okay. Well, better luck next year, I guess.
That was the guy from.
Hello and welcome into another installment of the XSLR Cross Series League Racing. Here at round 11, thanks for joining in. My name is Daniel Hall in the commentary booth with my producer Jonathan Grabowski keeping me on track. And you don't change your TV sets. I know it all says Charlotte out there, but some uncharacteristically cold, wet winter in North Carolina means that they couldn't get the track prepped in time, so last minute change by our admin crew to fly everybody out to Sparks, Nevada, just outside of Reno. So we're at Wild West Motorsports Park for this round of our series, and joining in on qualifying, but a little bit of a change from the tracks we usually have gone to, the more Rallycross style tracks like Daytona and Phoenix that we've had the last couple weeks, to a more short course track. It's more suited to these trucks as opposed to rallycross cars, and with that, we'll have a couple changes. For instance, no Joker lap, but still plenty of strategy and passing opportunities now that we've widened the track and made it all dirt. So these trucks are gonna find a home in their natural habitat tonight. So we'll it should be an exciting, fun one, and we'll see when drivers start putting in their qualifying laps. Still waiting. Nobody's on the timing tower yet, but first lap's coming around
right now.
Yep, so here's Jerry DiPiero. Looks like he's coming around. He's going to set a lap time. He's going to go... Wait for it to come in. Don't see a time for him. Maybe he hit the wall. Cost him a lap time. So, yeah, so Adam Thompson, he is on his second lap, but he is currently fastest with a 55.241. Very close, very tight at the, I guess not very tight at the top, excuse me. He's a second ahead of Josh Clogger. Josh Clogger ran a 56.247. So Adam Thompson went out there and laid it down on his first lap. We'll see what he comes around. He's yellow sectors, so it doesn't look like he's gonna improve very much, but here's Josh Clog coming around, see if he can improve. We know he's been dominant this season, especially on these dirt road tracks, and he's going to look to keep his winning streak alive with taking up another win. Looks like he's not going to go any faster, 56.333, so he unable to improve on his first lap, so he will be in there in that second spot unless someone else can overtake him. We're looking at Tim Cox right now in this pink 340 truck. He is
That's so fitting for Tim.
Yeah, it is very fitting. So
I'm
he's
so
going to come
surprised
around.
that Adam is so far ahead of Josh Clog, as you mentioned, Daniel. Josh Clog has been on fire this season, and the off-road trucks are kind of one of his specialty areas.
It is, and I'm wondering if this track was going to suit him a little better. Coming from that dirt road background, it's once you get into the higher classes, you kind of get away from more of the rallycross style and get into these short course styles like Bark River and Wild Horse, for instance, along with this track. So would have expected him to maybe capitalize on that, but so far still holding pretty well in second. Look at now we're on Jake Ham, who has completed his 2 laps. He's currently sitting P6. And see if we can find, yep, here's another, we got Bradley Alvis, who's a newcomer to the league. He's already completed his 2 laps, but he's getting out there, getting some more practice with the late change. We expect some drivers to take as many laps as they can, kind of short notice to have a track change, but these drivers will be able to get some practice laps here. They've been practicing for about half an hour beforehand, so they
Tim Cox just jumped up to 4th on the tower.
Oh yeah, Tim, good lap time there. He's close to Bradley Alvis, as we just saw. So shaping up to be some close racing as qualifying has ended, and now we're going to move into our heat race portion. Like normal, we have 3 heat races coming up for you. So first heat race grid is on the screen now. Adam Thompson taking the pole, and he will start first in heat 1. Tim Cox, the only Brit in this field, to his outside in P2, and Jake Ham and Kevin Irwin rounding out your heat race in 3rd and 4th. So similar format, but no Joker. So that's something these drivers will not have to worry about. Believe this is going to be a standing start as well, like they have been. So they will have the lights on the tower come up when everyone's gridded, and they'll start on the way. No pace laps, as is usually common on a short course track like this, but some format idiosyncrasies. But lights have come on, counting them down, and there they go out. They're off, and good start by Adam Thompson. Tim Cox a little bit slow from the line, but still holding firm in front of Jake Ham and Kevin Irwin. Looks like Jake Ham kind of backs out, wants to be patient and maybe let the race play out in front of him. But Kevin Irwin chasing Tim Cox down the hill
Like
and into
Jake
turn
jumped
2.
into the pits, or no, he's exited the pits.
Oh, massive pileup. Adam Thompson gets a little loose, and Tim Cox, Kevin Irwin, nowhere to go. They kind of run into him, but no change of position. Adam Thompson maintains the lead. As now we see Kevin Irwin kind of elbows out his way through there, getting the best of Tim Cox. He's going to move into second place now. And yeah, Jake Ham in the pits. I wonder if he had a start infraction, maybe taking a penalty. Big move there by Tim Cox. He caught the inside curb and sent Kevin Irwin, and that's gonna, I think Kevin Irwin launched out of the arena.
He pumped him to Rosie.
He is no longer in the zip code of the track, so that's gonna allow Adam Thompson just kind of run away with this. He's got a 10-second gap as Tim Cox and Kevin Irwin had a little run in. We'll get another look at it here. Yeah, Kevin Irwin was on the inside. Tim Cox tries a switchback. Oh, gets way too much of the inside curve and just T-bones Kevin Irwin just right in the door, sends Kevin Irwin rolling. That was not a clean move there. That was a little bit
not a clean move.
a little aggressive, a little dirty at this point in the race. But yeah, they got back rolling. So 6-lap heat races. So we'll see them. Looks like Jake Ham is back out on the track now. So he is gonna take third from Kevin Irwin, as I believe Kevin Irwin had to tow back to the pits, and that's gonna cost him a lot of time, especially at a track this short. But still looking at Adam Thompson. He's taking the lead. He's keeping the lead and just kind of rolling away with it. He's got no pressure out behind from Tim Cox, and just going to probably use this as a little bit of a practice session to get a little more familiar with the track.
Yeah, easy heat run for Adam Thompson right here, especially with Kevin Irwin having some issues being murdered, sent into another galaxy by Tim, and Jake sitting in the pits for a while. So easy heat for Adam.
Yep, and that's what he was looking for. He's got a long hill to climb if he wants to chase down point leader Josh Clogg. He was able to get the win over him in Daytona, but then Josh Clogg came back and dominated for the win in Phoenix. So, Adam won Phoenix, Josh won Daytona. That was the order of those races. So, yeah, Josh Clogg's trying to keep the lead, and Adam Thompson trying to run him down. Looking at Tim Cox, got a little front end damage from the Kevin Irwin. I don't know what we're going to call that. I'll try to find some family-friendly words, but do have a chat message.
He went for like a weird up. He went for like an up and under and hopped the curb and just.
He went way up.
Tim and I were commenting. We were working on broadcast at Coda earlier today. And we were talking about the sausage curbs and guys getting airborne occasionally if they did them the wrong way. And Tim had his own Coda at the dirt track here.
Yeah, road racing curbs don't have to be that high to get some air, but here they got to almost be jumps, and we saw that in the last corner. That was basically a jump that Tim Cox took, and yeah, kind of ruined Kevin Irwin's day. We'll see if he can rebound into the main event tonight. He'll probably be starting pretty deep in that field. I think there's 11 cars tonight. So, couple heats of 4 and 1 heat of 3, I believe. That'll set us up in this format. So, yep, just kind of waiting for it. Adam Thompson should be coming around, getting the white flag, and starting the last lap of this heat race. All he's got to do is keep it clean, and he will stay ahead of Tim Cox pretty easily. He's now pulled out to a 16-second lead.
I'm laughing at the YouTube chat right now because Randall McGrew, who we'll see in a few moments' time, said, or he took the Joker.
Yeah, he. If we want to call that the Joker lap, we might have some penalties for taking the Joker lap one too many times. That will be interesting to see. I don't know how many other people will take that line, but you never know. Yeah, could see some people get pretty aggressive. But Adam Thompson gonna come out of turn 4 down the hill, and he will cross the line. That little overhead gantry, he will take the win with some style points, doing a little 180, and looks like trying to back into the pit lane. But he will take heat race number 1. So as the rest finish up, J Cam finished, Tim Cox now across the line, he will take second, and Kevin Irwin, I don't know if he's back out there. It looks like he is, so he will he'll come across the line after his off-track excursions, or not of his own doing. So that rounds out heat race number 1. We should have heat race number 2 starting to grid up now. We got Josh Klog, our point leader, by 79 points over Bobby Ross, who is not here tonight. So could be a good point night for Josh Klog too. But he'll start first. Raymond McGrew will roll off second in heat 2. Justin Hall and Jimmy Howitt third and fourth as they roll off and get ready for heat race number 2 to start. And lights coming on the tower. They're counting them down, and out they go. And the drivers are off. It's like a good start for Josh Klog. And in the booth now, we have our heat race number 1 winner, Adam Thompson. Good run for you, Adam. You were able to kind of stretch your legs out a little bit, use it maybe as a little bit of a practice session. But were you aware of the extracurriculars happening behind you?
Oh, I definitely was. The extracurriculars actually involved me at the start of the race, and this just goes to show you that America's better than Britain.
Yeah, you you heard that from that was our league admin here, so we'll see how Tim Cox gets on the rest of this season with that attitude. But yeah, that was some carnage there that in the first heat race. But this one's shaping up to be a little more competitive.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when all the trucks get through lap 1. How much better the racing's going to be. I'm looking at it from Jimmy, and I see we're looking at it from Randall McGrew right now on board. And oh my goodness, the problem with these trucks that you're going to start to find out are they just don't. They grip in weird spots, especially wait for the track state to start to go, and things may get a little bit more consistent. But when the dirt is this loose, they like to slide out quite a bit, and then they'll just grip up on you at very inopportune times. Unless you're Tim Cox, and then you've got no grip, you just try to straight line, and it works if there's cars around you.
Yeah, 8 tires are better than 4, that old adage, but doesn't work when you have to stop and pay respects for the guy you just sent to the other galaxy, as my producer mentioned. So yeah, that's we'll see if that becomes a strategy these drivers undertake.
So Jimmy Howitt's in this heat race right now, and Jimmy's from Nevada, and we were all sitting in a Discord together, and Jimmy goes, apologies guys, god damn, Kevin just landed next to my house. Because Jimmy's only about 30 minutes from the track, at the bottom side of the mountain, actually. So, yeah, Kevin and Jimmy went to hang out for a little bit while after Kevin got done rolling down the mountain.
Yeah, a little home field advantage turned out to be too close to the track. Might have had a truck land at his front door. That'd be quite the wake-up call. But
Adam, were you surprised how far ahead of Klog you qualified?
I was, actually. Are you transmitting right now, Jonathan?
I am.
Okay, yes. So I was actually very surprised. Actually, I was sitting in a Discord with Josh Clog, and he was like, well, GG's, Adam. And that was the first time I'd actually run a slick track state. And as you could see, my qualifying time was quick, and we use the same setups. No fuel added, no fuel retracted or redacted or subtracted for the races. And I was not nearly as fast in the race. A lot of that could have to do with, the UK on lap 1. But I honestly think that I just put in a great lap because I was not able to get close to that in the race.
Yeah, I've noticed that some of these tracks, and especially the dirt road, you can really hit it one lap and then not be able to hit that again. So
exactly.
But it's all about finding the right spot.
There is quite a battle. I mean, these cars are staying close. Josh Clog out there about, a second or so. But this battle back here between Randall McGrew and Jimmy Howitt is really heating up. Actually, turn 1, get ready for it. Here it comes.
Yeah, we got 2 battles going on. But there's Jimmy Howitt moving in on Randall McGrew. He's going to take 3rd place. Let's see if Randall McGrew
my goodness,
up and under. Almost make contact. Howitt goes a little squirrely off the top of the hill. But looks like he's going to hold off. Crossover. Randall McGrew back to the inside.
Wow.
Might see. Oh, little contact there as Howitt gets to the exit of the corner. But Jimmy Howitt's going to look to the inside now. Right?
My goodness. Look at
These
this.
guys.
Like this. This is the type of racing I love to see in this. And Jimmy has been done such a good job at it. I mean, look back at Daytona. Last week, Jimmy was involved in these battles, and it's just amazing to see, how much these trucks can lean on each other and how good the racing is. And Randall just goes in very hard into turn 4.
Yeah, he's going to be to the inside. They're going to rub fenders all the way down this front stretch as they take the white flag. We got one more lap.
One battle up front, too. Justin Hall, it looks like, on Josh Clog, going for the move on the inside. Justin gets a little bit of
He almost turns him. He almost turned him going up and over
Jimmy.
that hill,
Now Jimmy's in the wall behind him. Oh, my goodness. It's all falling apart, guys. It's a mess right now.
Look at this. Side by side.
Yeah, they're still side by side, drag racing into turn 2. Randall McGrew's going to try to park Jimmy Howitt to his outside, and he's going to
going for the crossover. Now Jimmy's got the inside line where Randall did last time. Jimmy's going to have this inside line if he can hold it, but he's not going to be able to. Randall does a great drive getting power on in the slick dirt on the outside through turn 3. Here it comes. Turn 4. This is going to be where it is. It's going to be a drag race down to the line, and it looks like Josh Clog has gapped quite a bit on, Justin Hall.
Josh has it.
Looks like Clog's got it, but here comes Jimmy. He's got it.
Jimmy's to the inside. He moves Randall McGrew up and out of the racing line, and he will take 3rd in heat race number 2. He sails it over there. Oh, he hits I don't know what he hit there.
He hit a stationary Josh Clog, it looked like, right before Josh decided to disconnect. But, man, this is what I'm talking about with this racing, guys, and I know we got to get through this quick. Daniel, I'll let you do the honors for the grid.
Quick grid. Drivers already lined up. Bradley Alvis starting on the pole of heat race number 3. Jerry DiPiero in P2 and Eric Leitsky in P3. They are already underway. Good start from, looks like, all of them. Bradley Alvis going to lead him into turn number 1 with Jerry DiPiero to his outside. If Jerry can send it, he's going to try to carry speed and get the run up out of the corner. He's not, though, and they're going to, Jerry DiPiero and Eric Leitsky going to be side by side.
I do want to mention one thing, guys. You can see on the broadcast that Eric decided to use the paint dedicated for Bradley Alvis and Sudi. So they both say Alvis, and they both have the same paint job. So good luck for that. And I see Tim Cox has joined here, guys. I will let you, Tim, do the honors for this race and have fun talking to the murderer.
Yep, Tim Cox here. We saw you get second under some interesting circumstances, we'll say.
No, don't put it politely. So I messed up, caught the corner where they're just heading around now, and got airborne, and that was it. Unfortunately, RIP Kevin win. Sorry, but I tell you what, last race cracking battles, and well, this one's shaping up not quite nicely as well.
Yeah, great battle last race. We had 2 battles for 1st and 2nd, and for 3rd and 4th. Oh, contact there between Bradley Alvis and Bradley Alvis. Oh, excuse me, that's Eric Leitsky who picked the wrong paint scheme, as Adam mentioned. So, going to be interesting to keep these 2 cars separate, especially if they're running side by side. But still some good racing, and like you mentioned, Tim, that second heat really is going to be a good indication, hopefully, of what we're going to see in the future, with battles kind of all over the track.
We've still got the losers final, should we call it, to come, the consolation race. And I tell you what, it's going to be interesting because one of these two, it's of course only one driver progressing straight to the final, and it could go any way between Eric and Bradley here because they were neck and neck as Bradley Alves just pulls out a bit of a gap here, and is that going to be enough? But these trucks are just so wallowy, they're so unreactive that it could just go absolutely anyway, and all it takes is one tiny mistake or you're to bog down where it's such a long range, long gear ratio box that it feels like you've got no power whatsoever, especially if you miss time one of your shifts with only 3 gears in it. They're an absolute nightmare. And, well, there you go, point being proven. Eric Lightsky is right onto the back of Barry Alves.
Yeah, he buried it down in there and tried to make Bradley flinch. Not going to have it though. Bradley's going to hold on to P1. You mentioned not having the power. These are the Pro 2 Lite trucks, so they're kind of down on power compared to their Pro 2, actually like the real truck counterparts that you see in the upper series of iRacing, the D and C class. But does that change how you have to drive it? Make it maybe more of a momentum-based driving style?
I would guess so, but I absolutely hate these things. Don't drive them whatsoever. I'm only here because I have to be. So, yeah, your guess is as good as mine on that one. But, yeah, they do have a lot more power, and especially the four-wheel drive ones, the Pro 4s, they're so much more... We did a race earlier in the week where it had them in as well, and they just walk away from you, just absolutely everywhere, through the corners, and especially when you get to the straights. You can not get anywhere close to them remotely on the straights. They just, even if they're behind you by like half a second, they'll just breeze past you in these Pro 2 Lites.
Yeah, all the grip you'd want out of an off-road truck and almost all the power you'd want. So yeah, those Pro 4s are some wild beasts, as we see Eric Lightsky get a little bit crossed up. That's going to allow Bradley Alves to start putting some distance between them.
He took the Tim Cox line there, nearly through the final corner, and that's what cost him so dearly. Just mounting across that curve, just unsettles it. You've got wheels that are airborne then, and so you're not getting the power down. Like I say, Alves just walking away, but a bit disappointed here from my good friend Joe Di Piero. Absolute shocker from him, and a complete miracle he's not making it, as we're on their penultimate lap now.
Yeah, laps have quickly wound down in this race. Next time by the line, they will get the white flag. And looks like Bradley Alves has stretched it out to a more than 2-second gap over Eric Lightsky now. He's going to come around turn 4 and get the white flag as he goes down the front straightaway. He's just going to want to keep it clean, and he will have that direct line into the A feature. And we'll get to pass the losers final, as you eloquently put it. But yeah, he's keeping it solid. It looks like he's going to keep pulling away up to... Oh, now Eric's coming back. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, and Bradley should hold on to this one pretty well. But
I think so. I mean, it'd take a complete and utter mess up here from Bradley Alves. This is his to lose, basically. I mean, still got a few corners yet. Anything can happen, especially across the bumps. And Eric put on a bit of a late charge. Nothing from Di Piero whatsoever. Shocking from him, but yeah, I think Alves is going to take the checker here.
yeah, I don't know how well these dirt road races are going to suit Jerry Di Piero, but he should be pretty good going forward as well. But Bradley Alves going to come across the line. He's going to take heat race number 3 and doing some style points, as we saw Adam Thompson and Josh Clark do. Some 180s across the line, and Jerry Di Piero luckily gets out of the car before it skyrockets to the moon. But I believe we're gonna have to let you go because you're starting pole of the consolation race.
I'm really starting on pole. God help everyone else around me if I'm on pole for the losers final. Oh dear. Right, yeah, I shall leave you to it. Enjoy, and I promise I'll try not to murder anyone this time.
All right, well, good luck, and we'll see you in the final. All right, See the drivers starting to grid now. We just talked to Tim Cox, and he's starting on the pole. Justin Hall starting second. Eric Leitsky and Jake Ham make up row number 2. Jimmy Howard in 5th. Jerry DiPiero in 6th. And Kevin Irwin, who managed to get his truck back from Jimmy Howard's front doorstep.
Yeah,
he's back out of there. Yeah, and Randall McGrew rounding out your starting grid. Oh, Jimmy Howard, he's going to have a penalty. He got going way too early. That's a common mistake I've seen, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but we'll see how this start goes. See if we can keep it clean into round 1. Oh, a little bit of contact there. 3 wide, maybe 4 wide. As that's going to allow Eric Leitsky to take the lead. Jake Ham going to follow him through to take second. Tim Cox going to hold on to third. But, 3 wide in contact. Oh, they're up on the...
Tim's caught.
Is he going to be able to get unstuck from that barrier?
I don't think so.
I think he's going to have to tow that one back to the pits, and he does. So that is unfortunate. He was looking to have a good race starting from pole, but still 6 cars in this one that haven't had major issues, so should still see some good racing in this 10-lap B final. All the drivers will transfer to the A, but this race will really set the rest of the grid 4th through 11th, and it'll also help develop the track a little bit, get it run in, and see how that develops for the A main. So Justin Hall getting close to Jerry DiPiero, no contact though, cleaner than the previous lap. So he's going to maintain 4th right there behind Jerry, and Eric's going to start pulling away. He's got about a 2nd lead over Jake Ham. Those two are going to want to kind of maybe work together and run nose to tail for a while, get a little gap if they can.
But threw a heck of a body check at the start of the race to get the lead.
Yeah, some elbows out racing just to get into the lead at the start. And it's going to pay off for him. Kind of used up some of his competitors, but it's what you got to do in these trucks. They're tough, they can take it, but that kind of racing is definitely something that's common in here. It's like Justin Hall trying to go aggressive into there. Oh, he's going to make a move. He's to the inside of Jerry DiPiero. We talked about that elbows out racing, and that was a good example of it. But they're going to go side by side. Jerry DiPiero is going to have the inside lane. He's going to feed it right back to Justin Hall. So he kind of pulls a half slider. We see more contact between Kevin Irwin and Randall McGrew. Those 4 bunched up nose to tail. This is a good fight, trying to get up and improve their starting position in the final feature event.
Yeah,
but,
the battle between Jerry and Justin has allowed Randall McGrew and Kevin Irwin to crawl back up and make this a 4-way battle now.
Yeah, Randall McGrew right on the back bumper of Justin Hall. So he's going to be wanting to make a move, but not lose much ground to Jerry DiPiero or even the other front runners, as Jerry DiPiero in 3rd's about just under 4 seconds behind. And they're starting to lose ground as they both lose Jerry and Justin. That's going to allow Randall McGrew to maybe make a move. He's to the inside of Justin Hall as they go into turn 3. Are we going to see some contact? No, Randall's early on the brakes.
Oh, no.
And he's going to hit the wall and get a little bump from Kevin Irwin. They're going to go side by side. Now Kevin Irwin's going to try to use that momentum on the high side to stick it around Randall McGrew, but can't. He slides out a little bit, allows Randall to get in there and maintain 5th spot. But it's still not done. They're going side by side over the bumps and into turn 4. We'll see Randall McGrew trying to keep it close on the inside, but it's just so hard to do. These cars don't have the power to kind of get in there and stab the brakes, whip it around, and get rotated. So you really got to try to rotate early. Oh, Randall McGrew goes a little wide. That's going to put Kevin Irwin, unfortunately, into the wall, but he is not out of this race. He's maintained on his wheels, and he'll get back going, but he is, for all intents and purposes, he is out of it, out of contention. But Justin Hall and Jerry DiPiero are still going at it for P4. A couple up and under, some switchback moves, some bump drafting, it looked like. They're trying just about everything get by each other.
Yeah, they're trying to swear that Justin just seems to be just a tinge bit quicker, but Jerry's putting his truck in just all the right spots.
I have some insider information for you guys about this battle we're watching right now.
Oh yeah, here's Adam Thompson with some pit lane reporting.
So, there are about 3 different Discords going on right now, so I hopped into that one. And after the start, Justin goes, well, I'm just going to send it if I get the chance. Jerry went a little bit wide in turn 1, and he did it again. But Justin sent it up there on the inside. No harm, no foul. Jerry comes back down. Justin is dealing with about 30-degree steering angle offset at the moment. So he's struggling with the damaged truck.
You know, there's the downside of being super aggressive and trying to work your way through traffic with your car. It can do some damage, and man, that's a lot of misalignment that he's dealing with. And it's pretty impressive to actually be still in contention for 3rd place in this race.
It really is. I mean, the battling has been great all night, and Jake Ham is trying to get up there to Lightsky, but he's just, it's crazy how, I'm sure you guys have seen it now in the heats. It's like people are definitely better in different parts of the track. So, I mean, there are definitely, not everybody's quick. Everybody's quicker in different parts of the track, and it looks like right now Jake Ham is way quicker in the final sections of the track, while Eric Lightsky is way quicker in the first section. So if Jake can get there, I would expect to send.
Yeah, and that's something you got to manage the trade-offs of. Do you send it right when you get to him and maybe move him out of the way, and then he'll be able to get back to take more
Justin's there.
Justin on Jerry DiPiero. They're gonna go side by side.
Can you get by him this time? He's been trying for lap after lap here.
Yeah, he's gonna have the inside. Jerry DiPiero gives him the lane.
Oh, he's got it. But Jerry's going to have to run out of the corner, though. Justin gets loose. It's going to be a drag race into turn 1. Justin's going to have to do something here. Pretty brave if he wants to try to get to Jerry. Jerry's a pretty clean driver, but Jerry now has the line.
Yeah, and we mentioned it when Tim Cox was in here that these Pro 2 lights are really momentum-based. And
Yes.
you got a track that's bigger like this as opposed to the Rallycross tracks we have been racing. You really have to keep up the momentum, and that makes it harder if the driver in front doesn't make a mistake. It makes it harder to get by.
It does. You've got to plan your move. Basically, what I've started to realize running these trucks tonight, you got to plan your move in advance. And when we're calling all these sins, most of these drivers have planned this move in hopes that they're going to have an opportunity, because you can't just hit the brakes and hit the gas like you can in these higher powered trucks like the Pro 2s or the Pro 4s. You've got to plan it and hope you can get a nose in on somebody.
Yeah, it's one thing to get there. It's a whole nother to have the move ready to go once you're there and be able to find an opening and take it. And that's what some of these drivers are dealing with. Is we see some close battles, but not as many passes as we have seen as the close battles we've had. So
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Look at in the feature.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how the track state wears. The track state's definitely starting to wear out, as you can see, and it's going to make it very interesting for this feature race. I think some drivers are quicker in a slick track state. Some drivers are quicker in a not so, I guess you want to call it slick. Technically, this blue groove should be slicker, but it's not. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of these with the track state wearing down. As you guys have seen in the features in the past, this is no different, even though it's all dirt.
Yeah, the track really develops, and we're now on the white flag lap. Eric Litsky crossing the line about 4 seconds ahead of Jake Ham. So he's just got to keep it clean, but we're going to stay on with this battle for third.
Justin's back on
Jerry
him.
DiPiero and Justin Hall. Justin looks to the outside this time, maybe doing an up and under.
Crossover, he's going to try to do it, but Jerry had the line there, but Justin's going to be a lot closer this time. I would expect him. Watch him plan this move. He's going to try to go outside in on Jerry and see if Justin can make it happen. He's there, but he may have cut it too close. He's in the wall, but Jerry went wide.
Yeah, Jerry went way wide there. He's going to still have the inside, though, with these switchback corners. Left,
There it is.
Justin Hall, he's pushing
him.
He is sideways trying to hold him off as Jerry DiPiero, and they're not letting up. This battle's going to
drag race here.
Down to the line. Justin Hall looks wide as we see Eric Litsky cross the line in first. Jake Ham's going to take second, but here's the battle for third. looks like Justin Hall was not able to get quite the run he wanted, and he is going to maintain fourth behind Jerry DiPiero in third. And they just send it with style over that last finishing jump. So that will round out our preliminaries for tonight, and we'll roll into a little bit of a warm-up session, and then we'll have the feature.
I'm going to leave you guys again. You guys are doing a great job. I got a race to go. Try not to get wrecked out of. So good luck in the feature, and I'll talk to you guys hopefully afterwards.
Yeah, good luck. We'll have to see you back in here. And just as Adam Thompson leaves, we are joined by Tim Cox, who we saw in that consolation race. So looks like it might not have gone quite the way you were hoping there, but you'll have a chance to redeem yourself in this A main.
Well, if you like a demonstration on how to wedge your truck onto a wall at turn 2, then yeah, it went perfectly. Absolutely perfectly.
Hey, someone's got to do the tutorials.
Well, exactly.
How not
Someone's got to do it. You know, got to be there for the memes and all that jazz. But someone's doing donuts in the pit lane now. From experience, if you do that, make sure your wheel is perfectly aligned back straight, not. So last week I did that, all being all clever, joining in the fun. Obviously turned my wheel straight, forgot it was still had another full 360 rotation to do. Obviously I've been getting great starts all the time at Daytona, great reactions to the lights, got going, and then great reactions again, but they drove straight into a wall where my my wheels were sort of towards the left.
It was one of the funniest things I've seen.
Yes. Note to self: make sure your wheels are pointing fully in the correct direction.
Yep, that will usually help you out a little bit, but you did. You weren't too early off the line, so you're going to start 10th as opposed to Jimmy Howard, who's a jump in the.
Well, I was going to say anyone was still off the line compared to Jimmy Howard, and I don't know why they're trying to do donuts. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. It goes off eventually. Oh no, and then doesn't. Yeah, these things don't spin up the rear wheels too good with the higher gear ratio and box that it's got.
Yeah, they're having fun, just blowing off a little steam before they go in here. But starting P10, what's going to be your strategy? You know that some drivers have been pretty aggressive in trying to make moves and get out front early. What's your strategy heading into this final?
Not to kill anyone.
Okay.
Is number one strategy. Second strategy is just try and make up any places whatsoever. I won't be starting dead last. I think that's down to Jimmy Howard. He started dead last.
Yep.
After he jumped the start and then just did bomb coming back out again. So starting last. Well, last but one. The only way is up technically, although I could end up finishing last, which never say never.
There's a lot more places to go up than down. We'll put it that way.
There is, yes. Well, there is indeed. So it's going to be interesting. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of close racing, probably mostly up front. And I think if there's a couple of people that are close by on the last lap, I think elbows will come out between them.
Yeah, it should be interesting. So looks like warm-up has wrapped up, and we'll let you go. Good luck, and hopefully you move up the standings.
Start, Tim. Keep it straight on the start.
Who knows? You never know. You never know. Yes, thank you, Jonathan. I will keep my wheels straight. Enjoy.
All right, see ya. That was Tim Cox. He's going to roll off P10 as we look at the grid now. Adam Thompson took the pole, won his heat race. He's going to have the benefit of starting first in this A feature. Josh Claw going to roll off second. Bradley Alvis in third. Eric Leitsky won the B main. He's going to start fourth. Jake Ham and Jerry DiPiero in row 3 starting 5th and 6th. Justin Hall in 7th. Kevin Irwin in 8th. Randall McGrew in 9th. Tim Cox, as we mentioned, just talked to him in the booth. He's going to start 10th. And Jimmy Howlett going to hope to rebound from his early jump in the B main and subsequent just pulled it off and parked it. But he's going to hope to improve as well. So waiting for a couple cars left still to grid.
Jake Ham and Jimmy Howard.
So yeah, Jake Ham, he is now in there. Jimmy Howard, we see him now. He's all there. Lights have come on, starting to count down these drivers before they head off for the A main. And green flag's out. They are underway. Decent start. Doesn't look like anybody had too many issues. Going to see a crossover already by Eric Leitsky. He's going to look to the inside, maybe into turn one, at least get into the inside. Side by side for the lead, Josh Clog, Adam Thompson, some carnage it looks like in the back, and some drivers hitting the inside wall, but looks like everybody's going to end up getting through there cleanly. Tim Cox is getting the worst of that. But up front, Adam Thompson, he's going to push out a little wide, maybe open the door, but he's going to have the inside going into turn three. Josh Clog, more carnage in the back. As you see Kevin Irwin and Randall McGrew continuing their battle from the consolation race. Jerry DiPiero and Jake Ham now side by side. They're going to sort themselves out. Jake Ham taking over 5th place. So everybody's kind of got settled in as we still see some moves being made by Jerry DiPiero and Bradley Alvis, Eric Leitsky going at each other. Jerry goes hard into there, and Jake Ham doesn't get the run out of there. He's going to open the door up for Justin Hall behind. But as we see these cars sky off of that jump, Jake Ham slams the door on Jerry DiPiero and looks to the inside of Bradley Alvis. He will unfortunately not get the run out of turn one. He's going to look for another opportunity to get by. But Randall McGrew looking to the inside. He's going to think better of that, but they get kind of stopped up, nose to tail. Jimmy Howitt looks like he's going to try to take the outside and keep up that momentum. He might be to the inside of Randall McGrew here. Yeah, it looks like we had a little bit of paint trading there. It's going to open the door and allow Tim Cox to follow him through. So Tim Cox looks to the inside of Randall McGrew, trying to get into that 9th place. He's going to have it for the time being with the inside into turn 4. Locks up the brakes, gets a little bit less of the curb than we saw him get in the heat race, but oh, he sends Randall McGrew out of the arena too. That is a second murder by Tim Cox. He is on a rampage out there.
Take a good look at Tim Cox this weekend, because I don't know if we'll be seeing him next week.
Yeah, he might be serving a little time. But back up to the battles up front. Jerry DiPiero right on the tail of Justin Hall for 6th. Jimmy Howitt sticks his nose in there, gets a little bit of contact, no harm, no foul. They're both rolling away clean. But yeah, can't believe we saw another 2-point takedown by Tim Cox. But it is what it is. This racing kind of lends itself to that.
Tim's the assassin, but at the top of the tower, Adam Thompson's jumped up to almost second.
That is even more impressive. He is putting it on Josh Clog. We expected Josh to come out here and kind of continue his dominance from last week, but Adam Thompson just able to keep it up. He's almost 3.5 seconds up on Josh Clog. They're both pulling away from Eric Leitsky in 3rd, so those two looks like they got sealed the 1-2 positions, but Adam Thompson well out in front. You see a battle for 3rd with Eric Leitsky, Bradley Alvis, and Jake Ham right there. All 3 of them nose to tail, all within about a second of each other. So should be a good battle here as we keep going further into this race. Already 4 laps down, they're coming around to complete lap 4, I should say. So, yep, leaders across the line taking us into lap 5. But these 3 drivers still nose to tail. Try to keep them straight. See a great bumper cam. That's just shows how good those jumps are. And Bradley Alvis going to look to the inside. He's going to have Jake Ham try to go to his inside while he was on the inside of Eric Leitsky. But he's going to take 3rd away and have the inside line. We'll see if Eric can keep up the momentum around the outside as Bradley just kind of parks it on the apex. Bradley's going to, yeah, he's going to have the momentum. He's going to go side by side, and he's going to have the inside. He might look to take back 3rd. Yeah, he's got it. Eric Leitsky takes over 3rd. And these battles rage on. Justin Hall now into 5th. He gets by Jake Ham. So he's looking to join this 3rd place battle. We see 3 of the Sudi oh, a little bit of contact. It sent Justin Hall a little sideways. It was unfortunate that he's going to lose some momentum, but not any worse for the wear. He's going to settle into 6th. This is the battle for 7th between Jerry DiPiero and Jimmy Howitt. So Jimmy able to keep his starts under control, and he's going to fight on in this A main, but they're hoping to join the battle in front of them. But they could definitely, if they keep up and maybe work together a little bit instead of going side by side. But it's hard to take some aggressiveness out of these drivers.
It certainly is. Jake Campbell just got past Bradley Alves for spot.
But Bradley's going to look back to the inside, maybe make a move into turn 4. Nope, he's not going to be close enough. But Jake Ham, he's looking to get closer to Eric Leitsky. He's going to start putting the pressure on him. He's going to, like we heard Adam say, he's now going to be in the mode of, where can I find a move? Where can I be better and get the run? But it's going to settle in there. He's going to follow him over the jump and kind of take second in this 4-car battle for third. But they're not done yet. He's looking every single opportunity, every door open, a crack from Eric. He's going to want to attack. So he's got to be careful, though, if he makes too many mistakes. Bradley Alves is right there to capitalize. Justin Hall, not all that far behind, so it's still a good 4-car battle for third, even though Eric Leitsky's starting to stretch his legs just a little bit and not completely drop Jake Ham. So everyone's kind of settled in. We've reached the midpoint of the race now, and everyone's kind of running where they are, but I would expect it to ramp up as we get closer to the end. See some sends and some more aggressive moves and some dive bombs, even though we don't have Justin Dive Bomb Barrera out here tonight. We saw him earlier this season. But yeah, here's still a battle for fourth between Jake Ham and Bradley Alves. Ooh, Jake gets a little bit of that inside wall. That's a risky move. If you're too close to that, it can really send you out sideways. Allows the car behind to capitalize and make a move under you. But now we're looking ahead. Adam Thompson pulled an 8-second lead over Josh Clark. He just keeps putting in fast lap after fast lap. He ran a 54.42 his last lap. That's by far the fastest lap of the race. The closest one behind him, the 55.20 by Eric Leitsky. So almost a second faster in terms of best lap, and a full second faster best lap over Josh Clark, whose best lap's a 55.43. So Josh Clark, we thought he was going to be the favorite, but Adam Thompson really looks like he is he's prepared and taking it to him tonight.
That's a really impressive drive by Adam Thompson. We know how talented he is. He's really always one of the lead guys in any form of racing that we do in this series, but to really putting the wood to Josh Clark on it like this is really impressive. He's going to feel really, really good with this if this ends the way it does.
Yeah, he's going to want to carry that momentum, kind of getting that momentum started in the second half of the season. We see Jimmy Howard look to the inside of JDP and get a little bit of that inside wall. But yeah, Adam kind of struggled. Oh, we have an accident?
Oh.
We got Justin Hall trying to get back going.
Oh.
He's going to end up in the wall again. And he has to back up, and that's going to cost him all of the spots he had. He is now back into 10th at the back of this pack. And I think that maybe messed up Jerry DiPiero and Bradley Alves a little bit. Cost them some time as they've fallen off the back of Eric Leitsky and Jake Ham. So these two still stuck in a pretty good battle, but battle for fifth now. 4 cars all within a second of each other. They will look to get that sorted out and try to capitalize on the mistake that just happened. See JDPR go wide. Maybe try to slam the door, but Jimmy Howard was there. They're going to drag race down into turn 2. Jerry DiPiero is still going to have the inside line. Let's see what Jimmy Howard does. Tries an up and under, and Kevin Irwin was there. that's going to hurt Kevin Irwin. He's going to fall back a little bit into the clutches of Tim Cox. And yeah, Tim's going to take over that 8th spot. So mistake there is really costing Kevin Irwin.
Yeah, the inside here.
And he's going to look to the inside. He makes a little contact, but Rubbin's racing, and they keep going. He's not going to be able to capitalize and get by Tim Cox, though. So this battle for 8th, but look ahead now to the battle for 4th, or 3rd, excuse me, with Eric Lightsky and Jake Ham. Again, confusing with those 2 identical paint schemes. But we're making do as best we can. So Jake Ham looking to run down Eric Lightsky now. But back further in the pack, Jerry DiPiero, Jimmy Howitt still going at it. They're battling hard there for 6th place. And Jerry DiPiero is going to hold on to it for now. But we'll see what Jimmy Howitt has for as those laps wind down. As they cross the line, there are 2 laps to go. So race winding down quickly because of the frenetic pace that Adam Thompson's carrying. He's now built up a 12-second lead. He just keeps adding time to he keeps adding distance between him and Josh Clogg. About a second a lap clip as over the last 5 laps. But back further in the pack, Tim Cox, Kevin Irwin still going at it. Jerry goes wide.
And there goes Tim and Jimmy.
And that's going to get Justin Hall in it. Justin's going to make contact, but he gets around. Tim Cox, Kevin Irwin, they get back rolling. But they're going to be in trouble. They might run the risk of getting lapped here. Adam Thompson, if they're not careful, they could easily get overtaken by Adam on track, and that'll put them a lap down, and their race will be over when they cross the line. But I don't know if Adam's that quick, but he is definitely fast today. He's just worked and gotten himself out to a 14-second lead over Josh Clogg, and he just keeps going at it. But he's going to round turn 4 one final time, going to come down the hill again and take the last couple jumps and cross the line. He will take the win tonight. Adam Thompson takes the win. Josh Clogg now he's going to solidify his 2nd place finish. He comes across the line right about now. He's going to do it in style, as we've seen.
Yeah, here we go.
It was flipping and a little celebratory. There's Eric Lightsky. He's going to take 3rd. Jake Ham going to come across the line in 4th and get a little bit of Adam Thompson. Bradley Alvis taking home 5th. Jimmy Howitt in 6th.
There goes Jimmy. Jimmy's going for it.
Oh, and Jerry
That
DiPiero
was
just
Jerry.
rockets to the moon out here looking like Elon Musk and SpaceX. But as the rest of the finish order comes across, I think that'll do it. These guys having a little bit of a party with these trucks.
Party at Jimmy Howard's.
Yeah, party there. And there is our finish order. Adam Thompson taking a dominant win, getting back on top of the leaderboard. Josh Clogg going to take 2nd. Eric Lightsky coming home 3rd to round out your podium. Jake Ham in 4th. Bradley Alvis in 5th. Jimmy Howitt coming back. He picked up 5 spots as the hard charger tonight. He started 11th and finished 6th. Jerry DiPiero bringing home 7th. Justin Hall, after some issues, got back up to 8th. Kevin Irwin in 9th. Tim Cox going to round out your top 10, and finishing P11 is the latest victim of the Tim Cox freight train, Randall McGrew. So there is your finishing order tonight. We'll see if we can get some of these drivers into the booth for some post-race interviews. But yeah, was that all you were expecting there, Jonathan?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was interesting for sure. I'm just so surprised that Adam really got the best of Josh Clogg tonight. That's kind of the if you're asking what the story of tonight was, it was the dominance of Adam Thompson.
Yeah, I think that was kind of caught us all off guard with just how dominant he was. Not a surprise that he won, but definitely the way in which he did it, especially over such a tough competitor in Josh Clog. So I see Adam kind of knocking on the door of our booth here. Go ahead and drag him in, and here with our winner, Adam Thompson. Adam, how are you able to be so dominant tonight?
I'm just that good, guys.
I thought we were going to get a Josh Clog impersonation there, but
Oh, that one's coming next. Don't worry. You got to
yeah.
wait on that one, though.
Sounds good. So, yeah, Adam, you just kind of checked out. You were a second up in qualifying. We saw you put it on in your heat race, got about a 10-second gap in that one, and then able to just walk away from the field tonight. 14 seconds over Josh Clog. Was that just this track and car combination suit you?
Well, no. You guys kind of know what was going on. We were supposed to be racing Charlotte tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned
Friday
that
night.
the weather was really bad there.
We have some bad weather coming here on the east of the United States.
Okay, so yeah, that's what it was. Bad weather and bad design by iRacing. With all the updates and stuff that have gone on, we had floating trucks. We had trucks that were submarine trucks driving underneath the ground. So we had to change the track, and that was a Friday night. So Saturday, anybody that had been practicing Charlotte had to go practice Wild West. I had to go to another wedding, and Saturday night. So my first practice lap was today. So I expected Josh Clog, with all of his experience in the actual pro trucks, the Pro 4s and the Pro 2s, and some of his leagues that he runs, to be much, much quicker here. So, yeah, it comes as a surprise, but, a good surprise.
Yeah, definitely. Came as a little bit of a surprise. Not that you won. We expected you to be pretty good, but just dominant. And how you feeling about maybe chasing down Josh Clog? We know you're kind of far back in the points. Any chance you're gonna try to run him down for the championship?
Well, honestly, that comes with participation, and as long as we can get participation that we've been getting here for the past couple weeks, I think it's possible. I'm going to say this about Josh, and I don't think he would disagree. Dirt ovals are not his strong suit at all. So going into the dirt ovals, I'm strong enough there. So definitely looking forward, hopefully, to getting some good results there, and maybe trying to track him down. But it's going to take a lot of winning, and honestly, my sights are set on Bobby Ross, who unfortunately wasn't with us tonight, had some other things going on. So if I can get clear of Bobby in this next dirt road race at Crandon, maybe I have a chance at Clog. But again, Clog in the dirt road, you can't ever count him out.
Yep. Well, sounds good. We will we'll look forward to that. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to thank you guys, like always, for doing this on a Sunday night. Daniel killing it as a single commentator. Thanks, Justin, for hopping in with him tonight. Or it's just Justin, I apologize. Jonathan for hopping into him. My goodness gracious. Let me try this again. I want to thank you guys for doing everything you do. Short-staffed and still showing up and doing the broadcast. Massive shout out to you. It doesn't go unnoticed. I hope you guys know that. And then, all the drivers in the league showing up, showing out, just having a great couple races here. It's been quite a lot of fun. Looks like the battling has been pretty good in the back as well. There may be some incidents to review, but, everybody just kind of goes with the flow. So all the drivers, thank you guys so much for showing out. And, all the admins, Tim Cox, Jerry DiPiero, Jimmy Howitt for, being admins and, keeping everybody in check and keeping myself in check when my head gets a little bit hot sometimes. So, and finally my wife for, laying on the couch right now watching Hunger Games while I'm screaming at my computer screen.
All right. Well,
While you're doing the racing version of the Hunger Games.
yeah.
Tonight was the racing. You never knew. Nobody knew, but somebody was gonna die, but nobody knew who.
Adam, one thing you mentioned, Tim is an admin. So what does he do when he has to be penalized? Does he just talk to himself and be like, yeah, end of the line, or sit down?
He did that twice tonight. Well, there was more. It was more like how do I do this? Arnar and well, that's I can't even do British accents, but he said a lot of British words for him being very bad. And he also mentioned handbrake. The next time I hear Tim mention handbrake and I'm around him, I'm just getting out of the way.
Well, that's a fair warning to everybody. So we'll let you go. You got to prep your Josh Clog impersonation before we have you back. So we'll pop you out and we'll get Eric Lightsky in here, who P3. Yep, we got Eric here. P3 in your season debut here. It looked like you had a solid run there. How was it out there on the track today?
Yeah, thanks, man. Definitely did not expect this. You know, I love driving dirt, and it's really cool, but I have not done so in a very long time. So P3 was definitely a nice surprise for me. But yeah, you know, talking to the rest of my team, Shut Up and Drive It, in the Discord, they're, you know, giving me a couple hints on how to go faster here and there, and it kind of all came together in the consolation race. Pretty great. I just kind of found the groove and settled in and drove hard. And big shout out to Jake Ham, man. He was a tough competitor. We got into it a couple times, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of clean racing. We each had a moment, so I hope it was a good moment for him too, and it was fair in the end. But yeah, I had such a blast.
Yeah, you guys were racing really hard, and that was pretty exciting. So you mentioned dirt. Are we going to see you kind of stick around the rest of the season and get to show your prowess on? I think we have one more dirt road race and then a few dirt ovals coming up. You know, get to see you around.
Yeah, you know, I think I am going to stick around. Adam's been trying to tell me to join this for a while, and it looked fun, and I think I finally got my schedule to the point where I can make it to the rest. So yeah, expect to see me on the grid.
Well, that's awesome. It's great to see some more participation and some new drivers in this league. It's very fun, and as a broadcaster, it's fun to watch, and usually puts on a really good show. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season. Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, I'd love to shout out my team, Shut Up and Drive It, and Adam for hosting the league and everything he does. And yeah, everyone else on the track too. Everyone was racing great, racing clean, and it takes a good group to make good clean racing. So yeah, thanks to everyone.
It does, and pretty clean, except for a couple instances here, but. Sounds good, and we'll look forward to seeing you back maybe in the booth coming up and a few more of these weeks.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me.
That was our third place finisher, Eric Lightsky. But I think we've caught up with our second place finisher, Josh Clog, via one Adam Thompson.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
So Josh, how was it out there running a solid second place tonight?
I'm just so slow. I don't know why I'm so slow. I'm gonna blame my pit crew, my wife, my kid. I'm so slow. Adam's just way too fast. I don't know how to catch him.
Yeah, he looked like he had the better of everybody out there today. You're gonna have anything for him next week as we round out the dirt road portion of the schedule?
I want Adam to know that come next week, come Crandon, it's the championship, the tiebreaker for the dirt road, and I'm coming for him. But I don't think I'm going to get there because Adam's just way too fast.
All right, that sounds good. That's going to set us up really well to see who takes the overall portion of this schedule. So looking forward to it next week. And anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to first and foremost thank Adam Thompson for just being so damn fast. I look up to that guy. He's my idol, and I would just love to learn a thing or two from him. and you know, he's just so incredibly awesome, just the best guy ever. I would also like to thank my wife and my baby that was probably crying in the background while I was racing, while she took care of him. And so yeah, thank you, Mrs. Wife, for taking care of the baby when I'm racing and not doing parenting things. Yeah, thanks to Jimmy Howitt for teaching me how to paint RC cars as well, because I really need help with that too.
Well, sounds good. Sounds like you got a lot on your plate, so we'll let you go here, but we'll look forward to seeing you coming up in the next few races.
Thanks, guys.
That was our second place finisher, Josh Clogg, via our first place finisher, Adam Thompson, and that's going to wrap up interviews tonight. We got some upcoming broadcasts here on Slow Motion Broadcasting, so if you're interested in more racing from us, from iRacing, and see how some of these leagues go, we've had some great racing in all these series, but American Muscle Series coming up on Tuesday, March 14th at 9:10 p.m. Eastern. Mustang FR500s from Road Atlanta. That'll be a good one. Also on Thursday, Spec 5 returns. Thursday, March 16th, 9:15 p.m. from Phillip Island in the Mazda MX-5. Those cars always put on a great show, and that league's had some very competitive racing. And then right back here next week, next Sunday, March 19th, 8:10 p.m., these Lucas Oil Pro 2 Lights round out their portion of the season from Crandon, and will should be a good one. We'll get to see the rubber match between Adam Thompson and Josh Clogg, see who takes control out of that. But anything coming up, Jonathan, that you're looking forward to? Anything from tonight that kind of shocked you besides Adam Thompson's beatdown?
No, it was interesting to see the new guys. It was just to see Eric Lightsky do so well, third place in his first start. Bradley Albus, strong fifth in his first start. So interesting how the new guys mix in and what they do over the course of the season.
Yeah, and if you're interested in it, check out XSLR and iRacing, and Adam Thompson will get you set up, and always good to have more people. But for tonight, that will do it. Well, join us next week, and I've been Daniel Hall, joined by Jonathan Grabowski and a few others in the commentary booth tonight. But until next time, see you later.
Not. So Patrick, do we, do we describe this for everybody, Rob?
What?
You
What?
describe it. You describe it. I
What?
do enough talking.
I think any car's dead in iRacing. I think it's gone.
Oh, it's definitely. I agree. It's not going to survive much, but I still think we'll find opportunities to race it, just not as fruitful as before. Some of them just want to like make. What's the thing? Like that guy wanted to make like dolls out of Tyler's hair, but then there's just other guys who are just like. He did. He would say weird things to Tyler, man. Like he was a strange guy. And then like other guys would just show up and nowhere. He's like,
I
"Oh,
just need to-
we never met you? Sure, come race this 24 with us." And then you just jump in the car and wreck us out in a lap and be like, "Okay, never see you again."
Yeah, that
Like,
was
okay. Well, better luck next year, I guess.
that was the guy from.